You were telling us when you arrived, you had a story for us, and you said it's slightly long-winded, but
it is.
I want to hear it.
Well, all right, I'll tell you. But basically, I genuinely only remembered it when I was pulling into Runcorn Station. I presume your listeners and viewers know that you're in Runcorn here.
Yes, the spiritual home of the pod.
Don't want to ruin the magic.
Live from LA. Thanks for flying in, Carl.
But my mate told me a story that sort of culminates in Runcorn, and he told me and about 5 friends at a wedding about 5 years ago, and I still think it's one of the funniest stories I've ever heard because it's one of the shittest stories I've ever heard. Right?
Okay.
Like he's an Irish. He's from the west of Ireland. He's one of the most charismatic people I know. And we were, and I'm going to tell you the story as if I'm him, right? Because you need to go through it like me and my mates did.
Okay, can I ask you one question before you start?
Yeah.
The Irish accent, a Dublin soft Irish accent on a lady. Do you think that's sexy?
I think Irish accent, almost all Irish accents on women is lovely. Yeah. I think some guys don't pull it off as well.
Now listen, I think it's a very attractive accent. Very attractive. I think I like the accent.
Well, I think that's a very retractive statement.
No. I just don't think they can do the dirty, sexy talk very well. I don't think
Irish people, there's a bit too much repressed.
I'm
self-hatred to do any dirty talk. I know because my parents are Irish. I've got that in me. I can't do any of that. I can't. I've never.
Is there
to speak dirty ever?
Right. Is there a Babe Station in Dublin? Is there like you can ring the girls down at Babe Station and like, oh fucking hell, I'm gyrating.
That's so good.
Yeah,
that was the best one of them.
Phone in and they're dead behind the eyes. It's 2
My
a.m.
favourite thing.
But do they have that in Dublin? Like, oh jeez.
I was.
Oh, my tits are massive. My ass is big. Spank me.
I used to watch that for
Tracy.
research purposes back when I was younger.
Yeah, we all did.
And they used to laugh at the men.
His cock.
I used to think that was really bad because I never rang in, not once, never. Right, but like you could see them like talking to the fellas on the screen because you can't hear them, can you? Because that's like what you have to pay for.
Yeah.
So you have to ring up for. So she's like this, and then they go, and they'd laugh. I'd be like, that's not very fair. He can see it as well. He's paid us £1.80 a minute plus a standard network rate.
Oh God.
It's an X Factor.
It was when they didn't. It's when they didn't have calls. It was the most depressing. Like,
Oh God, yeah.
Why are you so good at that? Chantal, that's the telly remote.
Did you ever have one in the afternoon when they had some of the clothes on and they were like, just got any woman from like,
watching the telly.
The fucking stripper's not turned up. Carol from reception, take your blouse off. I also don't think they have that in Dublin. Listen, if they have the Dublin base, oh my God, fucking ring me. Ring me on Dublin 12 or I'll talk the dick off you. If I'm wrong, I'd love to be wrong.
Why have we never tried dirty talk?
I just don't like it. It's not my nature. I
It's
like
not.
to keep things. I'm not like fully. I'm not sort of lights off. Let's never speak of it again. But I'm also not. I'm like keep it simple. I'm like
I don't mind doing it.
I'd love to see it. Oh yeah, you're dirty. Awful, not nice.
You used to have a really funny routine about. Remember that bit you used to do about when there's always one guy who takes it too far because he's not good at it.
Oh yeah.
What was it?
When
people start talking about what I'd love to do to her.
Fucking smash that. I'd smash that. And then there's one guy who's
cut her head off.
Yeah, I'll break her arm. Like, Jesus. Liam, no. Yeah.
I don't mind doing it. I'm quite happy to dirty talk as long as they fully commit with me.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, if they're like, what? Or like giggling in any way, we have to commit to like this.
Yeah. It can't be a one way. You can't say, I'm going to fucking ram it on.
She's like,
she's like,
right.
Cool.
You can't say what.
Yeah, cool.
What?
You can't say what during sex.
What?
I can't say what.
If you don't hear what they've said, you can't go, what?
Hey,
Yeah.
You've got to go, oh yeah.
It's the worst thing you can say.
What?
I also think, Adam, you could lose your temper doing dirty talk. You fucking horrible cunt. Well, you're a fucking horrible cunt.
But that's not dirty talk, isn't it?
being
That's
horrible.
That's just mean.
Yeah.
Dirty talk is I'm gonna fucking
What's happened? Have you had your? Why are you doing Kanye West's first album? Oh, you're a fucking dirty.
My dick's gonna fuck your fucking clit to bits here.
Oh,
No.
how does that? What you miss repeatedly?
Yeah.
All right.
No, just warming them up.
See what I mean about the ayahuasca? I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Because I'm wearing headphones, Carl. And that went so deep in my mind. I will fucking bang my dick off your clit.
So your story, Carl.
Yeah.
So, Carl.
But I will genuinely have to give a warning. The story is purposely underwhelming.
Right. Okay.
But you have to see it in the context, and
Okay.
I genuinely.
So where are you and your other mate?
So
And you're your
basically,
mate?
so me and my mates were at a wedding 5 years ago, and we're drunk. It's like, the sun's just going down. It's a lovely wedding. One of them, like my mate had rented a barn out and all that sort of stuff, and there was fairy lights everywhere. We're having a lovely time. We're all catching up. I've not seen each other for a while, and we actually started having a conversation about. It was a bit dirty. It wasn't a dirty, but it was It was a conversation about if we'd ever been in a situation where we'd felt a bit used.
Yeah.
Sexually, like something that I suppose blokes don't as often go through, innit? Like that thing, if you have a one night stand, you leave a bit like you have to go and sit in the bottom of a shower, you know what I mean, and cry. So we were talking about that, and we were having a real laugh telling these stories about sort of quite bad one night stands where we sort of felt a bit like we'd sort of been put in a position where we weren't actually comfortable. And then my mate Garrett he literally said, "Have I told you guys about the time I was on that train to Liverpool?" And we were like, "What?" Because we're talking about dirty sex stories, and he's now telling us it's on a train. So we're like, yes, please, right? So we're all so giddy with excitement, and he tells us a story. It's almost word for word, because I remember finding it so funny that I sort of noted it down. I told it in an Edinburgh show, because I wanted to see if it would work on stage, right? And this is the story he told me, and my mates. He goes, right. He goes, I was 21 at the time. I was at Liverpool. He was studying at Liverpool Uni, and he goes, I was going back after the Christmas break, and I got on a train from London Euston to Liverpool, and it was quite busy. But I was sitting on a table opposite a guy, just the two of us, just on the 4-seater. He had headphones in, did the courtesy nod, but nothing, no chat or anything. Waiting for the train to depart. Just before it leaves, a woman gets on and sits next to me, and she's weird, like she's wiring, a bit awkward, and just the way she's moving is a bit odd. Try and think nothing of it. We set off, and within about 5-10 minutes, she just keeps staring at me, like proper, just eyeballing. Not like a little glance, but like staring at the side of my head. And so I was a bit nervous. And when I clocked that other people were noticing it, I was like, something weird is going on. So finally, I sort of looked at her, and she just kept eye contact and just went like this. She sort of told me to take one of my headphones off. So I took one of them out, and she just sort of really bluntly went, "What are you listening to?" Like that. I said to her, I told her, I don't remember what it was, but I said like the name of the band, and she went, "Oh, I've not heard those. Can I listen as well?" I was like, "What?" She goes, "Can I have one of your earpieces?" So he was so like taken aback. He was like, "Yeah, all right, yeah, cool." That's a bit blunt, but so he gave her an earpiece. They both listened to the music, and then after about a few minutes, she just keeps talking over it, just constantly talking and asking loads of questions. And after about 2 songs, he's like, "This is bullshit. She doesn't want to listen to music. She wants a conversation." So turn the music off, start a conversation, and instantly learn why she wants to chat. It turns out she's just got out of prison that morning. Right, she's been in prison for 3 years on drug charges. Yeah, this is her train home to see her family, and she's quite aggressive the way she talks. And everyone around, the moment they hear that she's just got out of prison and she's now just talking to me, they all just like fucking tune in, man. They're just going to enjoy somebody being really tense. Within 5 minutes of us chatting, she starts talking about sex really aggressively, talking about like, "Do you know what I've missed the most? It's fucking getting fucking fucked." Like, so I'm sitting there sort of just like trying to bat it away, like a 21-year-old nervous boy. About 10 minutes more chat, and then she goes to me, she stands up and she goes, "I'm going to the toilet." And she goes, "You coming?" Like that. And so I sat there and I was sort of shitting myself, and I just went, no. And she walked off, like sort of annoyed that I'd said no, like just suit yourself. Like that. She goes to the toilet. And then while she's in the toilet, everyone's laughing and looking at me like, "Good luck, mate." Anyway, she comes back. And when she comes back, she's a bit more sort of wired, to the point where I'm like, I think she's done something in the toilet. So I don't know if it's like crack or whatever. Now she ramps up the sex talk, like proper gets fucking, like getting into the nitty gritty of what she likes. And she's just saying it at me like there. And I'm just trying to sort of partake. 15 minutes later, she goes, I'm going to the toilet again. You coming this time? And again, I'm like, no, I don't know. I'm all right, thanks. And this cycle happens for about an hour and a half, right? Constantly, her talking to me about sex, her asking me to go to the toilet with her, people laughing at how awkward I am. Anyway, finally, the train stops in Runcorn, right? And she gets up, and I think she's going to the toilet again. This time, she just walks, and she doesn't say a word. I'm like, what's going on there? Anyway, I'm sitting there just having a moment's peace, and then I feel a knock on the window, and I turn, and she's on the platform there. She's looking through the window, and she just gave me this really pleasant sort of wave, as if she was like, thanks for the chat. And then she just went, and the door's shut, and I was like, oh, fuck, she's gone. Train pulls out of the station towards Liverpool, and the bloke sitting opposite with his headphones in, who's not said a word the whole time, he's acted like he's had that music on. When I saw him turn it off about 2 seconds into the conversation, takes his headphones off and leans forward. So I leant forward, like thinking he's going to say something. And he just went, mate, do you know who that was? And I was like, no, do you? And he went, nah. That was it. That was the end of the story. Right? Now, you've gone through it, right? Can you imagine 6 drunk blokes at a wedding thinking they're about to hear a sex story, and my mate tells that?
It builds, and it builds, and it builds.
We were fucking livid. Like, we were all just on tender. Who was she? I don't know. No. That was it. When it was genuine. Like, it was so fun. Like, we were so annoyed, but then we just fell around laughing. So like, that is such a bold thing to do.
You tell that so well.
That's so
well remembered.
But I think and that's a shorter version than he told. He really. I'm talking. He was adding every detail. What she was wearing. It was so like. It got us so like, what's going to happen next? Did you go to the toilet with her? And yeah,
It's the pleasant like.